Hey, you seen Tom Cruise in a while? Is he in a movie or something? Isn't there some movie that?
Yeah, he's screaming at people on a movie set. Last time I checked. So,
man, gee
wait
whiz.
a second. Wait a second.
Wait.
I thought you were going to do this one in your underwear.
Oh, we'll let Tom hold up that tradition. Tom the man, famous for his old time rock and roll dance moves while in his whitey tighties and socks on a wooden floor, decides he wants to become a pimp. In the good old movie, Risky Business. Why is this important? What are we talking about, Keith?
Well, the Porsche that they used in that movie, which was iconic. If I'm not mistaken, it was a 928.
It was a 928.
It was and
79
there was
model.
a little bit of a car chase in that movie, and he kind of gave their whole moniker like literally as a teenager. I think the whole Porsche except substitute kind of it's a kid watching that, it stuck in many of our heads.
There were so many iconic lines from that movie over the years.
So that actual automobile, the very 928 from that movie, just sold at an auction in Houston.
Right.
Our friends at Barrett-Jackson, I think, isn't that right, Jay?
Exactly. That's exactly who it was. And wow, it shocked a lot of people. I watched it over and over again just because it was so funny watching the reactions of the Barrett-Jackson folks calling this. They had 4 people on the phone that were bidding simultaneously with people at the auction itself. When this thing got to $1 million, they're like, okay, this can't go any further. This thing ended up going for what, Keith? All together with fees and everything?
Not $2 million.
Not $2 million. Not $2 million. But it was a record. It was actually a record set for this. And it went for 1.8, but with fees and everything, it was $1.98 million.
Yeah. So not $2 million.
Not $2 million. So this particular car
Let's just go ahead and say $2 million.
$2 million. Yeah, why not, man?
Yeah.
What's a couple $100,000, right?
Right.
So this particular car was one of 3 of this 1979 Porsche 928. It was a manual transmission, had a V8 engine in it, and something that I did not know. Tom Cruise did not know how to drive a manual transmission until he learned how to drive a manual transmission in this car.
In this very car. So
this car.
You had the opportunity to purchase the vehicle that Tom Cruise, the actor, learned to drive a manual trans in. Now, and this is a guy that does a lot of his own, Ducati motorcycle stunts now, and in a lot of his more recent movies. And, I think in one of the Mission Impossibles, like he did a halo jump. It was actually him. They got it all in one continuous shot out of a, high altitude, low opening, basically parachute jump.
Right.
So, at the young age of 20, I think was his age when he, filmed Risky Business. Didn't know how to drive a manual trans. Learned in this vehicle.
Learned in this vehicle, man. And what a car to drive. And it was one of the fastest of its time. So what was unique about it was this 928. These years they were the first of those what they call them phone dial rims, because it looks like the old rotary phone dials.
Phone, yeah.
Right. I think then the 911s had them on after that on as well. What we do know about this vehicle is that the passenger side visor has the autographs from Bronson, Pinchot, a couple of the other co-stars. The autograph stars are on it. We also know that Tom Cruise has, at time of auction, had not autographed it, but I'm thinking that the new owner should reach out and have Tom sign this thing, man. He should.
Might
be a
find
signature.
some underwear in the glove box.
Right. Now, remember, there was one of these that got dumped in a lake, right?
right?
During the movie. This particular vehicle was not the one that was dumped in the lake. You know, the famous line, which is, you know, which one of you is the U-boat commander here?
Right.
So that particular Porsche 928, same year and model, had no engine or tranny in it or nothing.
Yeah,
it was just a.
And they do that frequently in movies now.
Right.
Jay, but before we wrap this, as I look at, I hadn't thought of this before we started recording, but you know, I look at this car, and I've seen this car we've all seen it for years and years and years, and there were so many things about it that were innovative. You know, from the type of wheels that you were talking about that had, you know, the rotary thing, but that was designed to help cool those brakes, and then, you know, the aerodynamics of it were kind of innovative. The way the headlights sort of sit, if you just look at them without the lights being turned on, it's almost like they're pointed at the sky. But here's the thing that just occurred to me about this car. Yeah. Oh, right. But
they flip up. I call them the crab lights. That version, because they look like crab eyes, man, just sitting dangling around.
Almost
They're
look
ugly.
like in their off position, it looks like what would have been on the older Nissan Z or something like that. So this is a predecessor to the modern day crossover. Would you not agree with that? I mean, look at it.
I would have to agree with you because of the definitely the way that it's set up. I'm looking at a side angle of this thing.
I mean, you've got that dual use space under the hatch, right?
You do, and it's got, you know, I would not tell Porsche this, but to some degree, the design, they may have stolen a little bit from the Gremlin or the Pacer. I don't know, a lot of glass back there, man.
Careful, man. You're gonna.
Yeah. I might get some nasty mail for that, but you know, no. Not trying to say that it's not ugly. It's just an interesting design for 1979 and 1978. Period.
Yeah.
They it's, you know, if you look at some of those vehicles in those years, like the Citroen, right? The Citroen, just kind of an aerodynamic vehicle.
Right.
It's a French-made vehicle that has some of those weird European looks. The Europeans, let's face it, were way ahead of their time in design with exotic cars.
This is no exception to that. I mean, you know, we didn't experience the crossover movement for another 35 years, right?
Yeah,
so,
I think so.
Wow.
I think so. So pretty cool, man. So this particular vehicle, this model, it ran from, it looks like 1987 to 95. 87 to 95 is when it ran. And it had several different V8 engines. It had a 4.5 liter, 4.7 liter, a 5.0, and a 5.4 liter. Wow, huge,
and
nice.
I'm not sure on this, but I've heard that this model had over 100,000 miles on it. So
yeah. Oh, sorry, 77 to 85. My bad. So correction. Yeah. I stand corrected, sir. Or did I say 87? Yeah, 77 is what I meant.
But you meant 77. So
I meant 77.
Corrected live and in real time. I don't even have to fix it in post, Jay.
Right. Nice. Awesome. So here's the deal, guys. This is pretty cool. I don't have any information on the buyer, why they purchased it. I'm sure just some movie buff that has a room that will want to stick the Porsche in there and hang it up to the risky business, a portrait of Tom Cruise in his underwear. I don't know.
Right.
Could be it, right?
Yeah.
You just never know, man. Anyway, so good buy, good find, and happy it's got a home. Hopefully it'll be taken care of. Yeah. So till next time, guys, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is Parts Kind of Gurus. Go to our website at partskindofgurus.com. There's a little icon up at the top right hand. You can click that and it'll take you over to the YouTube channel. But like I said, it's youtube.com/partskindofgurus. Make sure you subscribe. And then make sure you ring that bell so you're notified when more of these videos come out. You don't want to miss stuff like this. This is juicy stuff, Ben. Juicy. What'd you say, Keith?
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Good. Yeah. Bye.